All right, friends, go ahead. You can share in the meantime. We are moving on to our weekly summary. All right, let's go. Product news. I'll say right away that we have a very large amount of product news. But when I saw the list of what has been done, I had to strongly request to make the slides simpler, because I will now tell you a little about what has been done with the products, and you will understand why the slides are much simpler. So, look. Regarding BITNEVEX, we have enhanced encryption security, improved adaptability, interface accessibility, complete security testing of new UI components, additional encryption of sensitive operations, and elimination of vulnerabilities identified during the pen test. For those of you who haven't graduated from academies in coding, and everything else, this will be quite difficult. But in a nutshell, BITNEVEX is becoming more secure. I understand that it is getting closer and closer to major licensing, specifically global licensing. And accordingly, in order to fully comply with all global requirements, such as security and various financial related matters, it is developing more and more. And that's great, because BITNEVEX is our flagship product. For those who are not aware, it's our exchange. There are millions of people using cryptocurrency worldwide, but there are very few exchanges, just under 200. Most of which are, well, quite experimental. Our goal is to break into the top 10, maybe initially the top 20 or top 30, but eventually to climb higher and higher. And that's why there's a lot of work associated with this. So, in a nutshell, the exchange is developing. Let's look further. NV Wallet. Regarding NV Wallet, there are actually a lot of different things. Simply put, it's written like this. But I can tell you a few things. The framework of utility functions has been rewritten and optimized. Management of local storages, get storage, local storage. Integration with wallet API, service. Architecture of the splash screen. The main screen and its components have been rewritten. API key module, secure integration with external services. This is for blockchain nodes, for currency rates, and so on. Asset logic has been optimized. This involves managing tokens and balances. UI components, a unified set of buttons, fields, and modal windows. What is UI? In general, we often use UI here. These are user settings, essentially. So, what are reusable UIs? This is a separate story, which implies that once, for example, some images, buttons, movements, tables are loaded, they are not reloaded each time. This is done to make the website work faster. That's it. The exchange is really changing a lot, so we are undergoing a major development with the homepage and MVVM approach. Just for a moment, yes, I'm not casting spells to summon some kind of water spirit right now, but rather explaining what's happening, the layout of interfaces, and so on. So in fact, NV Wallet is also in a phase of very significant updates, very significant indeed optimization, and so on. So many of those guys who occasionally check out our products can see how much indeed it differs from what we started with and what we have now. This, in fact, demonstrates the company's approach. It shows that we are constantly evolving. We are not standing still. We are creating more and more new features because we care about products that will have a competitive set of options to truly engage and capture our share of the market. So, friends, we are in full swing with development here. Moving on. Moving on. Yes. There are no more product news for today because or rather, there are actually a lot of them. I have several pages written down, but in fact, in a nutshell, if you're not a big expert, this is enough. Also, look, there is an understanding that network business is built through a list. Business recommendations. Recommendations work best through familiar people. But there is a very important point. At a certain stage, the number of familiar people you can invite starts to become slightly smaller. That is, it's clear that the list can never truly end. Nevertheless, time is needed to, build relationships with your list, restore relationships with someone, and so on. And in this sense, social networks can allow you to solve several tasks at once. The first task is for those on your warm list to create intrigue for them, intrigue that you are involved in something. And this, in principle, will already be quite helpful, beneficial. That is, if you don't explain everything in detail about what you are doing, your circle will start to wonder, what are you? What are you doing? And your acquaintances, of course, will be more interested in asking. Therefore, managing social media correctly allows you to ensure that even your acquaintances from your list are already more warmly disposed towards you. On the other hand, in the future, when you create a large structure from the list, the task of building the first line will still remain. And you probably know that the biggest reward in our company is when you launch new branches, new teams. And accordingly, in order not just to earn a lot of money, sit at the top and do nothing, but to constantly develop and grow with more and more teams, you need to start preparing a foundation now that will allow you in a month, 2, 3, or 4 to reach out to unfamiliar people from the internet, from social networks, and so on. So look, the company is looking ahead with foresight. That's why we have a separate channel for those people who are interested in developing on social networks. I sincerely recommend that you register there and adopt the skills that will allow you to scale on the internet. There. So, I'll say right away, don't expect that you can quickly and effectively build something solely through the internet. But at the same time, it will be a good support that will allow you to form a truly large team. Please write a plus sign if you understood this. Who understood this? React somehow. And 2 plus signs for those who understood and are already in the chat. There. Let's go. Wonderful. Those who are not yet in the chat, join the chat. A huge thank you to those who are writing 1 plus sign, because acknowledging that you understood something is not, in fact, a sign of a weak person who might not know something, but a sign of a strong person, because any strong person knows that there is a lot they might not know, and that's why they seek information. Be sure to join the chat. Be sure to develop. Watch. Not all strategies may suit you personally, but nevertheless, let those who have ears hear, as they say. That is, taking some tips, taking moments, understanding the logic of how it all works. This is what is truly necessary if you want, not only to be called, but also to be paid as a professional network entrepreneur. So, accordingly, let's move on. Yes, all the training will be conducted in Russian. Therefore, this offer is for a Russian-speaking audience. I mention this first because this meeting will be translated into several languages. So, let's move on. We have had a separation of accounts on Instagram. That is, we have an account that is conducted in English. This is the international one, nvglobal.io. And separate from it, a channel NV _ global.io has branched off. Accordingly, they will contain slightly different information. They will be managed somewhat differently. Well, there will be differences. And therefore, friends, those of you who have not yet joined the banned social network, Instagram, on the channel NV _ global.io, be sure to do so, because this is cool. That is, it will be more oriented naturally towards a Russian-speaking audience. And there possibly there will be more of your leaders, more like, well, somehow closer to home, as they say. The official page will be maintained for all countries. And you know, our company is accordingly far beyond just Russia. It also includes Turkey, Germany, the Philippines, Paraguay, Colombia, Belgium, France, a bit in Georgia, and in general, we are expanding. And Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. From what I know, we are constantly expanding. All right? Remember this point. Now let's move on to things directly related to promotion. So, on the 3rd, this Saturday, we had an amazing school. Can you imagine how shyly I say that the school was amazing? The topic was 10 lessons on a napkin. Actually, the topic was a bit different, but the general idea was to read the book 10 Lessons on a Napkin. You can also watch this school. It's about 45 to 50 minutes long. It presents important theses that are useful for any network entrepreneur. And accordingly, be sure to buy yourself Don Faya's book, 10 Lessons on a Napkin. It's like, in network business, it's like a certain kind of tablet. It's a tablet that's carved in stone. And accordingly, directly, Alexander, I recommend you not just listen to it, but actually watch it, because it has pictures. Don Fila drew it with pictures in the style as if he were drawing on a napkin. It's quite interesting. It's like, you know, I'll digress a little. There are books that don't work as well in audio format. The first of these types is comics. Because, well, listening to comics isn't very interesting. And the second type of books are those where a large layer of knowledge, a large layer of meaning is embedded specifically in the drawings, in the illustrations, especially if they are the author's illustration. I can suggest to those people who are not only involved in network marketing, but read the book Alice Through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland sometime. For example, that is, with the illustrations by the author Lewis Carroll himself and with footnotes explaining what it is about. So friends, write and put a plus sign if you have watched, who has read the book Alice Through the Looking Glass. Put a plus sign. Alice Through the Looking Glass, the book, not the movie. Johnny Depp is brilliant, but, well, the book is powerful. And now a small question. You remember, right? The girl goes through the mirror. Some scary things happen, and she slowly moves from one location to another, meeting some odd characters, and so on. And if you look not only at this, I have embedded this deep thought. If you read with the correct commentary, and with footnotes in the margins, as they say, and with the explanations, you will understand that the entire story of Alice Through the Looking Glass is a chess game. written move by move, chapter by chapter, as a chess game. And Alice plays the role of the white pawn. She eventually becomes the white queen. And those odd characters around her are specific pieces. There is also a deep political meaning, a deep social meaning. And it's not a children's book at all, not at all. That's why, now let's continue the logic. I would like you to approach our business, not as it seems at first glance. Many people think that this business is just for the dumb. That is, he once called something, someone came himself, did something called someone else, that's it, and off it goes, and the business works. No, in reality, it's a smart business. This doesn't mean that it's very complicated. It means that there is room for both people who simply convert their energy into action, and for those who are perhaps more meticulous, more deliberate, and so on. They also build teams, but they just do it a little differently. That's all. And each of you will have great results here. And the most amazing key thing is that the beauty of network business lies in the fact that this business is just like people. The way you do it, that's how it will be. If you want to make the business vibrant, interesting, supportive, inspiring, and unifying for people, it will be like that. If you want to build a business simply, yes, with shortcuts, rushing in, making a fuss, telling tall tales, signing someone up, and running off, then it will be like that. But it's your business. Please do not shift your business or the business of some leader next to you onto the business of the entire company. The company provides this opportunity, but you are the one creating the business. You are exactly that person who is in this looking glass and who is moving to become, say, a queen or a king. That's how it is. So get involved. Please don't read books, develop yourself. A big, big message. If you have entered this industry, I recommend you stay here for a long time, because only by being here for a long time is there a great chance to create a huge fortune, a truly huge fortune. I sincerely wish this for you. All right. Let's move on. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. Well, now, let's congratulate those guys who are already taking their first steps in their own wonderland. And of course, we congratulate Raisa Sazonova and Albert Zaripov. 4th rank, $250 bonus. Some might say it's not much. I would say that this is probably the most important rank, the most important ranks, because $250 is the first small bonus. It's the first big step towards building a large team. This is truly when a person, well, in a good way, gets a taste of this business. And I very sincerely congratulate both Raisa Sazonova and accordingly Albert Zaripov. Because I don't know what the network experience was before, but I know that here, the whole company will do everything possible to make it much better than everything that was before. And with all that, congratulations on the first steps. Let's all put a bunch of fire emojis. Let's give them to both Raisa and Albert. The first awards are the coolest. The coolest. Wow. Just these are the first victories. Then it kind of becomes a bit routine. But the first one is really very valuable. So congratulations to you, friends. Oh, I see the chat is congratulating you a lot. Great. Really great. So let's move on. Here, it gets a bit more serious, or it takes longer, or it moves at a different pace. It's not that important. These are the people who have reached the next completely new levels, like a team bonus of 500, 750, 1,000, and so on. So I would even suggest that one of them speak. Please tell us Christina Slobodic. Christina Slobodic, as far as I understand, is from Germany. I believe this is it the city of Düsseldorf? Now, if Christina is here, then get in touch. I know that Christina often watches our meetings. Perhaps sometimes she watches it recorded, but nevertheless. All right, Christina is not here yet. Zaripova. Ruzilia, please tell me. Are you here? Christina is not here. All right. Is Zaripova Ruzilia with us on the line? Please check. If you are here, write in the chat. Uh-huh. Well, probably not here yet either. Well, it's okay. They are trying. They just don't attend. This, they connect people. They are celebrating. Well, yes. Bonjour, auteur. Yes, my friend. Jocelyn. Hello. So is Makovikov Maxim on the line? Makovikov Maxim? So, as I understand it, Zaripova Ruzilia is from Tatarstan, right? Tatarstan. And I understand it's quite likely they are somehow acquainted with Albert Zaripov. Dear moderator, please grant Maxim, co-organizer, rights. And Zilia, I'll ask you. Please tell me. Are Zaripova Ruzilia and Zaripov Albert related by family? Excellent. Isn't it cool? Building a business with family and achieving success, awards, and so on together. It's a wonderful example. So, Zilia, tell Ruzilia that we all, everyone who has children, we truly envy them in a good way, because not everyone works with their children, right? It's very valuable, and most importantly, they work efficiently. That's really great. Family support is invaluable. So, Maxim.
Greetings, friends.
Hello, Maxim.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly, and even see you.
Great.
Please tell us, Maxim, who are you? Where are you from? Who is your mentor?
I'm from Siberia, Altai, the city of Bielsk. The person who invited me to this business is Lena Shidlovskaya. I'm immensely grateful to her. She's really smart. Well, I don't know what else to say.
All right, Maxim. Yes. Well, you have a really cool team, actually. So the question is, how did you end up in this life? What inspired you to join? And then what inspired you to start building a team? I wanted changes in my life. And here I saw an opportunity. Someone didn't pass by, invited me, showed me. For a long time, I was just a client. But a wonderful event happened. I lifted myself up, forced myself to get out of this swamp, out of my comfort zone. What event?
I was lucky to attend a training at an off-site seminar in the city of Chelyabinsk. I don't know. There were so many emotions, feelings after that. You know, it really had a powerful impact on me. It seemed like there was nothing unknown there, but nevertheless, it was such a drive, such positivity. It was such a mood. Moreover, you know, it's not just like, wow, wow, not some puppy-like squeals and squeaks. And, you know, when we got home, the mood remained. But the emotion somehow faded and turned into confidence. And that, well, at least for me, is worth a lot.
This thank you.
Thank you for such organization and for such a magnificent school and training. Guys, I recommend it to everyone. You will just discover yourself, your own self, by attending such events, any events. But this spirit, this unity, this team, this shared time, experiencing the whole situation together, it leaves an indelible impression. And this, in fact, changes not only the mind, it changes the mind, of course, wonderfully. The most important thing is that it strengthens the spirit. Therefore, I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Maxim. And plus, you play the guitar magnificently.
Oh, well, Dima. Well, thank you, of course.
Got it. I can wish you to qualify for the training. Well, for the event in Turkey. There you go.
Dima, I'll try.
Yes. Look at what needs to be done. Discuss it with your superior curator and see what you are missing. Check directly in your personal account. There are a few bars that need to be filled out.
I'm aware.
Yes. Well, I'm not just telling you. Set your priorities and focus so that the whole of May goes under the banner of we're going to Turkey. All right. Thank you very much, Maxim. Congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All the best. So you're being congratulated here with great enthusiasm. All right, good. Next, well, since we've smoothly transitioned to Turkey, Zilia Chernova. Zilia, can I invite you to this? To talk? Dear moderator, please grant the right to turn on the microphone. Zilia? Zilia, you can turn on the microphone now. Everything is working for you now.
Yes, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Yes.
If you can turn on the camera, it would be priceless.
Camera. Well, let's turn on the camera. I'm turning it on.
Go ahead, Zilia. Hello, I see you have wonderful weather.
Oh yes, especially in the evening, without wind, without anything. Well, hello everyone.
Well, look, let's take 5 seconds. I'll bring you up to speed. So we are here. Well, first of all, congratulations on achieving the promotion.
Thank you.
There you go. Secondly, we want to ask, how did you come to this point in life? Why was this decision made? And accordingly, what would you say to those guys who might still not believe that they can go?
What to say? Well,
let's talk about how you reached this point in life. Who is your mentor?
I reached it. Well, yes, my mentor, Minok Metova Rosalia. I was very lucky with my mentor. Both Rosalia and Almir are always in touch, always ready to help, advise, explain, and meet. That's it. And I completely try to replicate, to mirror them. That's why I'm succeeding. I do it just like my mentors do, step by step. So I'm stepping on their heels.
So are you stepping on their heels to make them go faster, or?
I try.
All right, good.
There is just a little bit left until the 16th rank. That is $1 million in trade turnover. There's just a little bit left. I was in Turkey at the opening of the office, the legal opening, right? I closed the 15th rank there and received a 10,000 bonus. So here, if you work, yes, there's so much money. I'm just amazed. I just recommend everyone to achieve the same results as I have and even more. Because this, I repeat myself so much, it's just a pleasure to work here in the company. Because for every step, very good money is paid, a reward.
Zilia, you must definitely check what they write to you in the chat later. Everyone is just in complete admiration.
Okay.
They support you?
I also wanted to say I did complete the promotion, but I can't go to Turkey. It's my husband's anniversary and the date coincides. So I will send Albina from the city of Niagan instead of myself. You already know her.
I apologize. This should not be discussed in the meeting, Zilia.
Well, all right. Let everyone know that. I'm sending someone in my place and a newcomer at that.
Great. All right, good. I have some questions for you. Look, many people are eager to go to Turkey to meet the management in person, to see what the company has prepared, just to hang out, and so on. And there will be some surprises. But not everyone believes that it can happen. So, Zilia, what would you wish for those guys and girls of all ages?
Well, you know, I've been to Turkey 3 times. Specifically, the last time I went was for the opening, the legal opening of the office, yes, in Antalya. Well, I think that if you go there, you will completely change. And when you return, you'll roll up your sleeves and work and work. Because meeting the founder, the developers, and the company team is truly a miracle. They are all open. They answer any question. They are such simple guys and very, I would say, reliable. That's it. You must go there. You can even go at your own expense. I have people who haven't done it yet, but they've already bought tickets. Whether they do it or not, they will still go at their own expense. And this is already for the 2nd time. Yes, they want to go again.
So there are people who traveled at their own expense and are ready to go again at their own expense.
Well, yes.
This is, well, actually probably the best proof that the value provided is,
yes,
well, higher than just an ordinary tourist trip, of course.
Dima, a special thanks to you. You conduct the weekly summaries and presentations so well. You motivate very well. And all your words really reach deep to the mind. That's a compliment to you from me.
Thank you very much, Zilia. Thank you very much. We will be even better, even higher, stronger, juicier, and so on.
All right, Dima, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, well, let's move on to the next steps. And to achieve results like those of the people we just mentioned, you need to use invitations. Make sure to communicate with people. Make sure to tell them about the opportunities the company offers. And accordingly, 2 powerful speakers, Yuri Bro and Marina Polotovskaya, will be giving a presentation tomorrow. Tomorrow, they will be giving a presentation at 5 p.m. Moscow time. I will say right away that we don't have a final decision for Thursday. We might slightly adjust. We might slightly adjust the time on Thursday. There. So it won't be at 7, but you'll find out tomorrow or the day after. Exactly. And for tomorrow's presentation, feel free to invite people. It will happen right on time. It will be great. They are very responsible guys. They prepare for each and every presentation. They plan everything out. They rehearse. So if you want to have people there tomorrow, start inviting them today to ensure everything goes smoothly. They are no longer newcomers. Everyone has very good teams. Everyone has serious experience. Marina and Yura have been with the company for a long time, so they will deliver as needed. Yes, they will deliver just right. All right. Next, I remind you that our online event schedule is as follows. Monday, we are here at 6 p.m. Moscow time for the weekly summary. Online presentation on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Moscow time. Thursday, online presentation. The time might change, but for now it's set. And on Saturday, there is a school for partners. That school, which many have written about as being amazing, is already available as a recording in our school chat. Make sure to attend. In general, going back to books and big, beautiful stories. Any truly big, beautiful story has several layers. And these several layers, meanings, understandings, and so on, they actually create something truly, well, a great work. That is, I think, many of you in school, for example, read Mumu by Gerasim, right? Well, more precisely by Turgenev, right? Turgenev. Turgenev wrote Mumu, right? I seem to have some kind of intellectual, my brain just went blank. Anyway, Mumu was written. Some people think it's a story about a dog. Others see it not only as a story about a dog, but also about the poor life of peasants. And some see it as a choice between honor and, well, between duty and personal matters and so on. So many aspects. I sincerely wish that your career in business is also multi-layered. Not just about money, but also about people, teams, joint achievements, and about what truly unites on a completely different level. That's the message. Don't create a flat business. Make it truly vibrant, strong, deep, and don't worry if not everything works out immediately. Moscow wasn't built in a day. You will definitely succeed. Thank you very much. Oh wait, too soon. The slide was placed incorrectly. And a reminder, on the 10th and 15th of June, we have an event. Just a heads up. You need to complete the promotion by the 1st of June. So quickly log into your personal account, check what's there, what progress bars are needed to complete it, and let's get it done. Contact your mentor and say, I want to go. Look at how people say it's absolutely necessary to be there. Absolutely. Just, meaning everyone who considers themselves committed to this company should be there. So, make sure to complete the promotion. And here we can wrap it up. That's all. Thank you very much for being with us. All the best.